Hello everyone! Today let's follow the journey of a young man building wooden houses by hand. With nothing but his creativity, perseverance, and the raw materials provided by nature, he transforms the wilderness into a peaceful retreat. What challenges will he face? What unique techniques will he use? Join us and stay until the end to witness the incredible results of his hard work. The first step in his construction journey is to firmly plant a series of thick wooden posts into the earth. These posts are carefully measured and evenly spaced, serving as the essential support pillars for the entire structure. With steady hands and a clear vision, he makes sure each post stands strong and upright, laying down a solid foundation that will hold the weight of the wooden floor above. Next, he prepares a set of horizontal wooden beams to connect the upright posts together, gradually forming the basic structure of the floor frame. Each beam is carefully notched at the ends to create strong interlocking joints, allowing them to fit securely onto the vertical posts. With precision and skill, he hammers them tightly into place, ensuring that the entire framework is sturdy and well aligned. This step not only reinforces the foundation, but also marks the beginning of the floor's true shape taking form. With the frame now firmly in place, he moves on to the next phase, laying down wide wooden planks across the beams to complete the floor. You make sure there are no gaps or uneven edges, securing each piece tightly so the surface is level and strong. Moving forward, he begins preparing the main support posts that will stand at the four corners of the floor. These will serve as the primary frame for the house walls. Each wooden beam is carefully shaped and fitted with interlocking joints at the top, allowing them to connect seamlessly with the rest of the structure. Along the length of each vertical post, he also carves out narrow grooves, forming tracks that will later hold the wooden wall panels in place. These thoughtful design details not only strengthen the frame, but also make it easier to assemble the wall cladding with precision and stability. With each corner post firmly installed, the skeleton of the house starts to rise, hinting at the cozy wooden shelter that's beginning to take shape. For the walls of the house, he takes a thoughtful approach to both structure and insulation. First, he gathers a bundle of soft forest moss, which he will use as a natural padding material. Then, he begins constructing the walls by stacking horizontal wooden beams one on top of another, carefully aligning each piece to ensure a snug fit. As he builds upward, he places a layer of moss between every beam, pressing it gently into the joints to create a tight seal. Each of the horizontal wooden beams used for the walls is carefully shaped with flat tenon joints at both ends. These joints are designed to slide perfectly into the matching grooves carved into the vertical support posts. This precise joinery not only ensures a tight and secure connection, but also allows the wall structure to be assembled with both strength and accuracy. Thanks to this clever technique, the wooden beams lock neatly into place, forming a solid and uniform wall that's both functional and visually pleasing. Working methodically, he completes 3 of the surrounding walls, and the once open platform now feels more like a shelter-worn, sturdy, and one step closer to becoming a finished home. Once the final wooden beams are securely locked into place, he turns his attention to the finishing touches. Taking a handsaw, he carefully trims off any excess ends of the beams that extend beyond the corners, making sure each edge is neat and aligned. Next, he begins preparing the wooden beams that will form the framework of the roof. Each beam is carefully selected for its strength and straightness, as they will bear the weight of the entire roof structure. Working with precision, he pairs the beams together at their ends, joining them at an angle to create triangular peaks. These joined beams are then lifted and set into place atop the wall frame, forming the classic A-frame shape. This triangular design not only adds height and symmetry to the house, but also plays a vital role in stability efficiently, distributing the weight of the roof while allowing rainwater to flow off easily. It's a clever, time-tested method that blends both beauty and practicality in the heart of the forest. To reinforce the roof structure, he installs a series of horizontal beams that connect the triangular frames together. These cross beams act like braces, locking the roof's framework firmly in place and preventing any shifting or wobbling. At the same time, they create a sturdy base for the ceiling that will soon be built beneath the roof. With each beam carefully measured and secured, the entire roof structure becomes stronger and more stable, ready to support the next layers of the house. Turning his attention to the empty front wall, he adds 2 sturdy vertical posts to frame the main entrance of the house. These posts will serve as the pillars for the doorway, clearly defining the passageway into the home. Positioned carefully and securely anchored, they not only provide structural support, but also create a welcoming gateway that invites visitors inside. Once the window frame is securely positioned, he continues filling in the remaining empty spaces of the wall with carefully placed wooden beams. Each beam is fitted snugly to close off gaps, ensuring the wall is solid and well insulated. Throughout this process, he takes special care to leave 2 precise openings for the house's windows, allowing natural light and fresh air to flow inside. These intentional gaps hint at the thoughtful design behind the home, blending comfort with the rustic charm of the wooden structure. He also carefully closes off the triangular sections at both the front and back ends of the roof with wooden panels. These triangular gable walls are sealed tightly, creating a sturdy barrier that protects the interior from wind and rain. Inside the house, he carefully installs wooden panels to form the ceiling. Each panel is precisely cut and fitted to create a smooth, continuous surface overhead, adding both warmth and character to the interior space. This wooden ceiling not only enhances the cozy atmosphere, but also helps to insulate the house, keeping it comfortable in all seasons. As the panels come together one by one, the interior begins to feel more complete and inviting, reflecting the craftsmanship poured into every corner of the home. To ensure the ceiling is well insulated and airtight, he carefully fills the gaps between the wooden panels with soft moss. This natural material acts as a cushion and sealant, blocking out draft and helping to maintain a comfortable temperature inside the house. By gently pressing moss into every crevice, he creates a tight, weatherproof barrier. On top of the roof frame, he installs evenly spaced horizontal wooden battens, carefully securing them across the triangular structure. These battens form a sturdy base that will support the roofing material, ensuring it stays firmly in place. This grid-like framework not only strengthens the roof, but also allows for proper ventilation beneath the roof in layers, helping to protect the house from moisture and weather damage. For the roof covering, he chooses to use straw as a natural thatching material. Carefully layering bundles of straw over the wooden battens, he creates a thick, insulating roof that shields the house from rain and sun. This traditional roofing technique not only provides excellent protection against the elements, but also adds a rustic, earthy charm that blends seamlessly with the surrounding forest environment. To finish off the entrance, he crafts a sturdy main door from carefully selected wooden planks. This wooden door not only provides security, but also adds a warm, inviting touch to the house's facade, welcoming anyone who approaches. With the door securely installed, the home feels complete, ready to shelter and protect. With the window frame, he chose clear plastic to cover it. It both seals the structure and lets light into the house. He also builds a cozy wooden bed to complete the interior of the house. Using sturdy wooden beams and planks, he carefully assembles the frame, ensuring it is strong and stable. The bed is simple yet comfortable, perfectly fitting the natural and rustic style of the home. To complete the exterior look of the house, he carefully arranges stones and chunks of wood along the outer edges of the floor. These natural materials form a rustic border that not only enhances the aesthetic appeal, but also helps protect the base of the house from erosion and wear. Finally, to complete his very first wooden house, he adds a handcrafted set of wooden table and chairs outside, creating a cozy spot to relax and enjoy the natural surroundings. Nearby, he builds an outdoor stone stove, perfect for cooking meals and gathering around the warmth of a fire. These thoughtful additions transform the space into a fully functional and welcoming home, blending comfort with the beauty of nature in perfect harmony. Moving on to the second house in his journey, now armed with valuable experience from the first build, he confidently begins by marking precise points on the forest floor. These marks serve as guides for setting up the foundation posts, ensuring the floor frame will be perfectly aligned and sturdy. With a clear plan and steady hands, he prepares to bring another beautiful wooden home to life amidst the trees. Using the carefully marked points as precise guides, he begins the essential first step of digging deep holes into the forest floor. With each hole excavated, he ensures the spacing is exact and the depth is sufficient to provide strong support. Into these carefully dug holes, he plants wooden posts that have been cut to uniform lengths. These posts will serve as the sturdy foundation for the floor frame, evenly supporting the weight of the structure above. By ensuring each post is firmly set and level, he lays down a solid base that will keep the entire house stable for years to come. With the foundation post firmly in place, he turns his focus to preparing the horizontal wooden beams that will form the floor frame. Each beam is carefully measured and trimmed, and he carves out joints at the ends to ensure they interlock securely. He also smooths the surfaces of the wood, shaving off any rough patches to make them level and uniform. Once the preparation is complete, he begins connecting the beams one by one, using the joints to lock them together at precise angles. As the beams come together, they form a well-structured floor frame perfectly balanced, tightly joined, and ready to support the rest of the house. This step marks a major milestone in the construction, as the skeleton of the new home begins to take shape right above the forest floor. At each of the four corners of the floor frame, he raises a sturdy vertical wooden post. These upright beams will serve as the main support pillars for the walls of the house, marking the beginning of the vertical structure. Once all four corner posts are securely anchored, he moves on to enclosing the floor frame. He begins connecting the vertical wooden post to form the basic framework of the walls. Using carefully measured horizontal beams, he links the upright corner posts together, creating a rigid and well-aligned structure. These connecting beams are securely notched and fastened, ensuring that the wall frame is both strong and square. Using the same method he applied when building the first house, he now begins constructing the three surrounding walls of this new home. One by one, he stacks horizontal wooden logs between the upright posts, carefully aligning and securing each piece to ensure a tight and stable fit. Just like before, he uses moss as a natural insulator, pressing it between the logs to seal the gaps and keep the interior protected from wind and moisture. At the front of the house, he carefully adds additional wooden beams to create a frame for the main entrance. Unlike a traditional centered doorway, he places the entrance slightly off to one side, giving the design a more unique and functional layout. After framing the entrance, he continues stacking horizontal wooden beams to enclose the remaining open space on the front wall. He carefully selects and places each piece, maintaining the same tight-fitting technique used for the other walls. As he builds upward, he makes sure to leave a dedicated opening for a window, thoughtfully positioning it to allow natural light to pour into the interior. This attention to both function and form ensures the front wall is not only solid and protective, but also welcoming and well lit, perfectly complementing the rest of the structure. To enclose the top of the structure, he begins by nailing wooden planks across the upper beams to form the ceiling of the house. Each plank is measured and placed with care, creating a solid surface that separates the interior space from the roof above. Once the ceiling is complete, he turns his attention to shaping the roof frame. Using sturdy wooden beams, he constructs the triangular roof structure, joining the ends securely at the peak. This framework not only defines the sloped shape of the roof, but also provides the essential support for the materials that will later cover and protect the home from rain and weather. Along the front and one side of the house, he begins preparing for an outdoor extension by digging small, evenly spaced holes into the ground. These holes will serve as the foundation for a wooden framework that will become a covered outdoor corridor or porch. Carefully planned and aligned, each hole marks the future placement of support posts that will hold up the outer structure. With the holes dug and ready, he begins planting sturdy wooden posts into the ground to form the framework for the outdoor corridor. Each post is carefully positioned and set firmly in place, creating a row of vertical supports that run along the front and side of the house. These upright beams will not only define the edge of the corridor, but also support the roof extension above. Once the vertical posts are firmly in place, he begins connecting them with horizontal beams to create a sturdy and unified framework. Each beam is carefully fitted and secured, linking the posts together along the top edges. Then, he extends additional beams from this new frame to connect directly with the main roof structure of the house. He also added crossbars on the roof to serve as a base for the roof covering, giving the house a more complete and harmonious appearance. With the supporting frame and roof structure in place, he turns his attention to building the surface of the porch. He begins by laying horizontal wooden beams between the base of the vertical posts, carefully aligning and securing them to form a solid and level platform. Each beam is cut to fit precisely, creating a sturdy foundation that will serve as the floor of the outdoor space. As the wooden surface comes together, the porch begins to take shape, a functional and inviting extension of the house, perfect for sitting, relaxing, or simply enjoying the natural surroundings. To complete the front entrance, he builds a small wooden staircase leading up to the porch. The staircase is securely attached to the edge of the porch, blending seamlessly with the rest of the structure. Before covering the roof with natural materials, he takes an important step to protect the structure beneath. He lays a large sheet of nylon across the entire surface of the roof frame, carefully stretching and securing it to create a waterproof barrier. With the nylon in place, he begins covering the roof with thick bundles of grass, placing them layer by layer from bottom to top. The dry grass is arranged tightly and evenly, forming a dense, natural thatch that adds both insulation and charm to the house. The finished roof not only blends beautifully with the forest surroundings, but also provides reliable shelter against the elements. With the house nearly complete, he turns his attention to the entrance. Using carefully selected wooden planks, he begins crafting a sturdy front door. Each plank is aligned and fastened tightly together, creating a strong, solid surface. Once the door is assembled, he mounts it securely within the frame he had built earlier, making sure it swings open and closes smoothly. The addition of this hand-built wooden door gives the home a sense of completeness and security, while also showcasing the natural beauty of the materials he worked with from the start. For the windows, he chooses to cover the openings with clear plastic sheets. Carefully cutting the plastic to size, he stretches it taut over the window frames and secures it firmly in place. Outside the house, he adds a rustic stone stove to complete his second home. Carefully arranging the stones, he builds a sturdy and functional cooking area that blends seamlessly with the natural surroundings. With this final touch, the second house stands ready, cozy, well-crafted, and perfectly suited for life in the forest. Thank you for accompanying him. If you like, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription so you don't miss the next videos. Goodbye and see you again.